To view and add course resources in ALEKS, you'll first want to make sure you're clicked into the right section. You'll then use the class content drop-down menu to select resources. Depending on if you're using an ALEKS 360 course with a McGraw-Hill ebook added, you may see this already made folder called McGraw-Hill Resources that you can jump into. Underneath that folder, you'll see all the various subfolders where you can enter those to view and download any of the individual resources for you and your students. Those resources will look different depending on the ebook that you're using. Heading back to that main resources page, you'll also have the option to upload your own resources into ALEKS. The first thing you'll want to do is give your resource a name, and then you can upload different types of content. You can either drag and drop a file or select a file from your computer if you're wanting to add things like Word documents, PDFs, PowerPoints, and more. If you're wanting to insert a link to a certain website or image, you'll want to use the section below instead. When clicking into this section, you can format the text as needed, but you'll want to toggle over to the Insert field in order to insert things like links, images, symbols and equations, or graphs and molecules. In this case, I want to actually link out to a certain URL to have my students utilize while working in ALEKS. When you scroll down, you'll then see the tag and display options. If this was a video that I was uploading, I'd want to tag it as a video resource for my students. In this case, I also want to go one step further and display it to my students, so I'm going to have to choose one or both of the options below. I can either just display this on the student resources page, which means the students would have to seek it out on their menu. I can go one step further though and also link it to certain topics or questions within ALEKS. You can select those topics and questions below by the different types and banks of questions we have available, or by going into your previously made assignments. In this case, I'm wanting to tag this resource to certain ALEKS topics that are already created for my course in Week 1's module. I'm going to go ahead and enter Week 1's module, select all of those different topics that I want the students to be able to use this resource on, and drag and drop them over to the right-hand side. Now when they encounter any of these topics in ALEKS, they'll be able to see this resource tagged over on the right-hand side of their screen as they're working. You can preview that resource, as well as click Save in order to tag it to those certain topics.